All right, welcome back to FNL Crypto. Earlier we were on today and Ethereum was breaking below 1900. And so I decided with the charting things that we did earlier, we would revisit those charts and take a look and see what happened. All right, so on our charts, and we're looking at charts on tradingview.com that are available through coinmarketcap.com. And of course, now you're getting them courtesy of fnlcrypto.com. So we're looking at the charts here on the screen, and earlier we talked about this relative strength index, the RSI, and we talked about how once it makes a triple bottom, whenever it needs a trend reversal, like it has here, I'm going to draw that for you. Right down here, it made this triple bottom. Those three things that broke below the 30 shows that it's oversold. There's been a little bit of news about it being oversold these last couple days. But now it's made the triple bottom. Of course, we're looking at a 15-minute chart here. And so when we saw that oversold, I said, let's not get too excited, because if you look right here, I said it's having a hard time getting across the 50 or the halfway point of the relative strength index. And when it has a hard time getting across, you want to see how it behaves. If the price action wants to live on the bottom side of the RSI, it's not very bullish just because it's coming up. If it can break through and then retest and prove it and kick off, it gives us a nice bull run and gives us a nice motivation. So this is exactly what happened. We saw this price as this was happening at, what time is that? About 1845. All right, we saw that coming up and we said, this is the one we're gonna see how it behaves around the 50. So it gets to the 50, it doesn't clear it. It does a double top, it comes down, gives a double bottom, doesn't get to the 30, really hanging out in limbo around 1900 as we suspected. And we were able to get in right around there. And then it comes up for a third time, doesn't pierce, comes back down, doesn't come down quite as far, and it gives us that inverse Joaquin Phoenix head and shoulders, kind of like the one that it gave us here when it didn't push over the 50 with the lower right shoulder. Well, it did it again with the lower right shoulder. Higher in the inverse situation. Anyways, and it came up past the 50, just like we said. So it finally broke it with a little bit of significance. And now we're waiting for the retest. The neat thing is, when we get that retest, it's going to match up with some divergence. So the retest is coming at a good time. Earlier, we were talking about on the full chart, the candlestick chart, how we were getting a triple bottom at about 1900. That's why we were getting in. We thought that triple bottom right here would be just enough. It did hold for a short time, but on our descending channel, the channel that's coming down this way, which is a really significant resistance line, we didn't make it outside of that. We kicked off of it, came down. We stayed on the top half of the ascending channel, but that resistance kept us in the channel. We did a little sideways dance. There's another triple, okay, triple bottom. Now this one came down a little further, as on this RSI, it didn't come down as far with strength. So there's rejection there on the wick. Let me zoom out and show you what I mean. So we have rejection on that wick. We have a little bit of divergence as it's breaking the channel, as it's coming down and it's moving up at the same time. It breaks this channel finally, and now we're looking for it to maybe retest off the top. Either way, it's passed back over the 1900. Things that we're looking for now: is it going to make it to the 70? That'd be nice to see Ethereum have that kind of push. And also I'm drawing on the charts, is the, there we go. So is it going to make it up to the 70 on the RSI? That's the big thing. Are we going to be able to do that? Is it going to stay on the top half of the 50 of the RSI? Of course, we're just using the one indicator here to make these things. And will it make a new high over 2021? 2053 and hopefully 2144 to show us that Ethereum has a chance of turning around here. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of sellers and a lot of buyers doing both. So stay tuned on what's happening with Ethereum and all your other coins. Follow us on FNL Crypto at FNL Crypto on Twitter, and be sure to come back and look for great things coming in the future on futuresnetworks.live and fnlcrypto.com. We're going to do news and crypto curriculum and all things crypto for U.S. residents. We're kind of in the dark and we're kind of behind. So join us as we do the deep dives into cryptos, and look forward to our website's improvements that are coming up in the next couple weeks. Thanks for joining FNL